Hello, both sides of the conversation family. We welcome you to this virtual space crafted especially for you. My name is Jada Curry, and I'm both sides of the conversation's marketing director and graphics design specialist. I want to take some time to ground us all as a community into this space we are about to open up in, so let's go through our community standards. Both sides of the conversation is providing a safe and honest space for open conversation, so we ask that you all be respectful of that. We also ask that you be respectful of each panelist, host, and participant. We do encourage healthy debates and conversations. Don't personalize anything with anyone. This includes name-calling, bullying, trolling, or shaming. This will not be allowed or tolerated. Your perspective is yours. It is not a prescription. You do not have to agree, but show respect. These community standards apply to all of our live shows and any virtual spaces that we hold on social media, including YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. We want to make sure that we are caring for each other as a community. This is our priority in all of our endeavors as both sides of the conversation. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's show and continue to stay in touch with us via YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or all of them. All right, thank you for listening and see you soon.
Welcome everybody to Both Sides of the Conversation. I'm John Henry, Executive Director. Today is Tuesday, so you know what that means. We have another segment of our Hidden Gems. We will continue to highlight our Black and Brown business and uplift our community leaders and our youth and people in the community that are doing positively things to impact our community. So tonight we have a phenomenal lineup. I am just impressed to see the young people that we have here. I have two special guests that are here tonight, so I'm just excited about tonight's show, and I hope you all enjoy our young people and some of the guests that are here today. With that being said, we're going to jump into a quick some community announcements. One, I just want to say shout out to our SF Block family, Majig, Rannon Ross, who helped this weekend with a phenomenal conversation about addressing community violence. I have received so many inbox emails. I received comments from Majig, how powerful the conversation was. A lot of people in the community thought it was a powerful conversation. So I hope you all was able to see it. If you haven't, please go back to our YouTube and check it out. It was a phenomenal conversation. Part 2, we will be putting one in the future and some other conversations that's going to be coming up. So just want to thank community who supported. There was a lot of interaction from community, some of our elected officials. Very powerful conversation. I know we have more to come. So just want to let everybody know, be aware. There's some good conversations coming for the community. Also, with that being said, here for people in California, I know today we had a nice sized earthquake in Gilroy today. Just want to remind community, we are in California, so there is a potential always for earthquake. Please make sure that you have your batteries, your flashlights, make sure you have a radio. We never know when the big one is going to come. With one thing we haven't learned from the pandemic is be prepared. So just want to make sure that our community also is aware. You know, sometimes we get in our day-to-day life and we forget about the necessities and things that we need in case of emergency. Make sure you have water, make sure you have different things like that, because we are in an earthquake nation. And then one other thing for our people here in California, we are in a drought season. The water supplies are very short. The temperatures are rising. And just want community to remember, be mindful of your sprinklers and your usage of water, as we are having a shortage in water. Different parts of the state has been affected. Some of our fishing places and things of that nature, they're seeing a fast evaporation of water as the temperatures increase. So be mindful of that. And also, lastly, we are still in a pandemic. I know some of the rules and regulations are starting to release. People are being able to take their masks off and navigate. But still, while we still in this place, respect people's space, try to wear your mask and hand sanitize and be mindful. We still in this pandemic. Cases are still coming up, not as bad as it was, but still be respectful of that. And then also just want to say a great job to all of the community events this past weekend. It was phenomenal to be out in the community, all of the events. Just want to give another shout out to everybody who participated. It was events all around San Francisco that impacted the community and our people. So just was blessed to be a part of that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring up Mr. Shell so she could go ahead and introduce tonight's Hidden Gems for this Tuesday night segment.
Thank you. Rannon Ross is a San Francisco native born and raised in Fillmore. He is the founder and the president of the Brown Bombers since 1999, the famous football team for inner city youth in San Francisco. He is here to be highlighted as a community leader and profound activist. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Our next guest is Nyron. Nyron was born and raised in San Francisco. She's 5 years old and she can read and write. She was promoted from pre-K to the first grade during the pandemic as a result of her academic success. She loves to learn. Welcome to the show, Nyron. Our next guest is Princess Tiana. Tiana is the daughter of a soon-to-be nurse. There's nothing that she can't do when it comes to learning. She graduated from pre-K and will be entering kindergarten in the fall. Welcome to the show, Tiana. Our next guest is Amiriana. She is Black, bold, and beautiful. These are the words that describes Mimi. She is a student who demanded that seniors be given their official transcripts for college on the San Francisco Unified School District Board call. As a result, she spoke to the high school superintendent, Bill Sanderson, and she was given her transcripts along with her fellow classmates, as well as more support that she needed. She has earned several scholarships and 6 college transferable credits while in high school through San Francisco State Step to College. She is the first student to receive a full ride scholarship to real estate school with an internship. She will be attending the infamous San Francisco State University in the fall, carrying with her 6 college units and a straight 4.0. She is a living legend, and it is an honor to highlight you and your talents tonight. Welcome back to the show. Our next guest has not arrived yet, but when he does, I will read his bio. But we'll go on to our alum, Malcolm. Malcolm Mobley is a graduate of the School of the Arts in San Francisco. He is San Francisco's best tuba player. He is an alumni of 100% College Prep, as well as an alumni of Omega Alive and Free. He is a current college student at Morgan State University. He was the first Black male from San Francisco to play the tuba in the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade with his HBCU with Morgan State University. Welcome to the show, Malcolm. Our final guest is Miss Aida. Aida migrated from Eritrea to America. When she got here, she soared like an eagle. She graduated from John O'Connell High School. She is the class of 2020. She is a 100% college prep alumni as well as an intern. She will be hired in 3 days too. She will have her job with 100% college prep. She is a San Francisco State Gator. Her first year in college, she made the dean list for her academic achievements. I can't be more prouder than I am than the first day you went. Welcome to the show. And we do have another guest, but he's not here yet. He is arriving late, and I will read his bio then. So we'll start with Mr. Rannon Ross.
Hello and welcome. First, I want to say thank you to both sides of the conversation, Mr. John Henry, Mr. Shell, for selecting me as a hidden gem in the city of San Francisco. At my current weight, I don't believe I qualify as hidden. However, I do appreciate the acknowledgement and the invitation to be on. As she stated earlier, I am the president of the San Francisco Brown Bombers, which is a youth football and cheerleading organization that provides youth leadership development opportunities for youth ages 5 to 14 years old here in San Francisco. We're anchored in the Bayview. Our headquarters is 509 Mendel Street, but we serve youth all over San Francisco. And we have been running and administering our program since 1999. I am proud to say that since 1999 up to the present, our staff, which consists of more than 55 members, are all volunteers. And so everyone that comes to work in our program share a very strong desire and belief in serving youth and providing opportunities for youth through mentorship and opportunities for them to learn and develop leadership. The activities that we use to deliver our message is obviously, yes, 1, tackle football, 2, it's cheerleading, 3, it's performing arts and the art of dance. What we know in every community throughout America, the one thing that transcends every community, no matter what the social stratosphere is, mid, low, high class, sports transcends every community, and sports transcends every situation that goes on as it relates to economics. When you think about the pandemic, what got most of America through the pandemic was the ability to actually watch and galvanize around sports, because as the pandemic really worked on the minds of our folks and helping folks feel depressed and not good about what was happening, the idea of sports and be able to support sports gave us an opportunity to come together around something that was meaningful and that was very impactful. And so that was just another powerful example of what sports can do. And so what we learned at the Brown Bombers is that in utilizing sports, we can help shape the minds of young people, help develop those life skills, help instill some values, and help bring folks along in a way that is helpful and impactful in their own lives. We serve as a complement to parents and families. We do not try to take the place of parents or families. The San Francisco Brown Bombers is built on a mentality of family. We are the Brown Bomber family. And once you are a member of the Brown Bomber family, you are always a member. And we have many students who have participated in our programs that have gone on to college, gone on to do great things, and have come back to volunteer the same way that many of the folks who are still here that volunteered and helped them develop who they become as young people. So our program has been very integral in that. And again, like I said, we serve kids citywide. And so we we're not bound by neighborhoods. We're not bound by community guidelines and boundaries. We serve any child that is interested in participating. We do not have tryouts. There is a sign-up process. You sign up, you participate. We have traditionally kept our registration fees absolutely the lowest, if not in the country, certainly the lowest in California. We charge a $100 fee, and for $100, every kid receives quality instruction. They receive a full game schedule. They receive the opportunity to utilize all our equipment, helmets, uniforms, shoulder pads, everything. And just so you know, to put in context, a helmet costs $175. So at the end of the year, we have a banquet, and every child receives an award, no matter how that child's team is done on the field, if they won the championship or not. We have gone on to participate in regionals. We have won several regional championships. We have won several local championships. Football teams, we produced the first football team from San Francisco to play for a national championship in the year 2000. And then we went back to back again in the year 2001, and we finished second in the country on a very last minute turnover play. We are a 5-time national champion with our performing arts program. Our coach has served and received national coach of the year honors. We also produced the first child from San Francisco to get first team scholastic honors in the entire United States. And so those are some of the accomplishments that we're very proud of. You know, countless kids have gone on to college and just onto their professional lives. I can say that our first 7-year-old we ever signed up now serves as the EMT for our program. And so that's just another example of how kids actually come back and they give and they do what they can to help the program. And so we've just been proud of what we've been able to accomplish over the years. And again, it's not about us. What we know is that if we invest in our program and we build something that kids want to be a part of, they will come. Children usually come for the fun, but they stay for the love. And that's why the Brown Bombers is built on the theory of family, because we have nothing but love to give to our kids with everything that we do. And I can't say enough about our parents, because they jump right in and they assist and volunteer right along with our staff. And it just becomes a thing of beauty. And so, which is why we're here now, about to start our 22nd year. So for those that might be interested to see what the program looks like, we're offering free skills clinics Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from 5 to 7 p.m. at Youngblood Coleman Park, which is located at our headquarters, 509 Mendel Street. And soon, check our website. We will be announcing the San Francisco Brown Bombers clinics will be on the move, coming to a neighborhood near you very soon. And so we want to just introduce ourselves in an intimate way to all communities in San Francisco. So we'll be doing a citywide tour leading all the way up to the opening of our training camp, which will be on Monday, July 26th. And if you're interested, Brown Bombers, you can go to our website, www.sfbrownbombers.org or 415-820-1516. And I think you can see the number and information is streaming on the chat. As Michelle said earlier, you know, in addition to my work at the Brown Bombers, we also, I'm part of the San Francisco Block, and the San Francisco Block is San Francisco Black-led organizations and coalitions, and we're there. I'm there volunteering to provide any level of support I can to Black-led organizations in San Francisco to, you know, uplift their services and make their services available and help provide strategy and direction for organizations to better be able to serve their constituents and basically uplift the African-American community. Our newest venture that I am proud to announce for the city of San Francisco is San Francisco has actually, we just established the first San Francisco Black Leadership Academy. And the Black Leadership Academy has 2 particular agenda items. Our first priority is to provide capacity building services for African-American led organizations to increase their capacity and help develop their skill level so that they can better serve their constituents. which will then enhance the African American community in San Francisco. Our second goal and objective is with the San Francisco Black Leadership Academy is to provide services that are needed to the individual end users and members of the African American community. Again, trying to ensure doing what we can to help the African American community, one, be able to come out of this pandemic, and two, just to be able to move forward. So we're trying to help create that safe space for African Americans in San Francisco. And as we do that, the San Francisco Black Leadership Academy will be on the front lines of providing that support for all and any African American led nonprofit organization, as well as any African American led business or corporate entity here in San Francisco.
Man, phenomenal. Very powerful stuff, man. It's an honor to have you here, Rannon. I know we've had conversations, and I just think the work that you're doing with the young people, and I know we're coming out of this pandemic. I know a lot of our kids been in the house doing Zoom school, so being able to get back out, playing football, exercising, doing the things that help, because I know playing sports is also a big thing when it comes to mental health, exercising, and things of that nature. So I think it's very powerful. And then your leadership in the community, the stuff you're doing with the Leadership Academy, just advocating for the people is just phenomenal. But I wanted to ask you a question because I know I can hear from your conversation very passionate about family. And I just want to ask you about those intersections when they cross. Like, how important is it for the sports, the family, and the community? I know over the years, like you said, 20 plus years doing this business. So I'm sure you've seen the ups, the downs. But how much of an impact does our sports and mentoring our young people have when it comes to the work that you see with the parents and uniting our communities? Like you said, you go anywhere in the city. So I know that's a powerful tone there to let families know that, there's no segregation, everybody's welcome. But over the years, how have you seen that, and how do you think the football and the family coming together, how does that really impact the community?
So let me give you a picture. Culturally, as African Americans, we have always come together at mealtime. That's been a cultural thing. I was raised in San Francisco. Dinner was at 5:30. My job as the youngest son was to set the table by 5:15. That means putting the forks down, putting the knives down, putting the spoons down, putting the napkins down, and putting the plates down. Those are some of the things that we have kind of lost over time because not many families are doing that these days. However, in keeping up with today's time, right? America's more mobile. Everybody's moving faster. Nobody don't have time to sit down and break bread the way we used to, at least so we think. What the Brown Bombers have provided, and just imagine this, on a game day when we're hosting at home, Philip Burton is our home field. We have 5 games. That means 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 4 o'clock. That's a long day for my staff to be there. But watch this. We are there at 6 a.m. to receive the visiting team. The staff and the parents are there double checking, cleaning the locker rooms, cleaning the restrooms, making certain, this is pre-pandemic, that everything is clean and ready to receive our babies and their babies. We set up our concession stand, which is the way in which we feed all of our families and feed the visiting team's families. And so what you find on a game day is that, think about a picnic that you ever had with your family. At any point during that time frame that I just mentioned, you got 300 to 400 people sitting there all together. Your child played at 8 o'clock, but you're still there at 4 o'clock. You know why? Because we are enjoying each other. We are enjoying family. We've created a safe space for community, and it has allowed families to unite and come together and be able to bond and learn and share. And the kids actually build off that camaraderie. Now the team is bigger, the team is tighter, the team is hungrier. They're prepared to work together and collaborate wherever is necessary. And what was the best model for that? They can look in the stands and see their families and see their friends, rooting them on and supporting them. And outside of sports, how often do our kids get to hear other people cheer for them and their success?
Man, very powerful. I mean, way to articulate that. I think that is very big. As you know, we all trying to work together to unite our community in solidarity, and we know that sports is really a big hub for that. So, just want to say, shout out to the SF Bomber team, the families, the staff. I mean, that is huge. And you're right. We need to celebrate our young people more. We need to get behind the community more. So we just appreciate your efforts and what the Bombers are doing for the community, because I believe that too here at both sides of the conversation, making sure that our young people feel the love, they feel appreciated. We uplift them, enrich them with information, get them the tools. And that's why tonight you see all these phenomenal young people on here tonight, because we want to uplift them and we want the community to reach out and give them their congrats and give them flowers while they're here so that they can feel encouraged and keep moving on. So just very powerful stuff. I'm looking forward to getting out there. It's football season. I'm a big football fan, a big Niner fan. And I'm looking forward to getting out there and capturing some of the work you do, because I know you're a man of principle, you're a man of integrity, and I know the work that you put in with the young people, teaching them how to be better models of the community. And just wanted to appreciate you, man. I also want to give a big shout out to Nate Ford, because he originally nominated you to come on as a hidden gem. And I know it was like a break in time, but he was the original person that nominated you. And we were just blessed tonight, honored to have you here tonight, represent what you're doing. For all the people out there, you heard Rannon, the signups are starting. Get ready. Families that's fired up, they'll be out there, and we'll be sharing his flyers in our we'll continue to share our flyers. We've been putting them out there, but we'll keep putting them out for signups. Families, parents, if you want this experience of having a kid around other kids. And I think football is very, very important because, again, when Rain is saying we're crossing different sections of the intersection, in the city here, a lot of times, as kids get older, it becomes a little bit divided. They can't go certain places. And I think the more we have these sports programs coming together, bringing in different people from across the city, these young people get to interact with other young people. They get to learn them. They get to know them. And as they grow up, they can say, hey, I remember we played for the Bombers. And that stuff definitely helps impact the community positively. So just want to say thank you again, Rainen, for coming on. If there's anything else you want to let the community know, we're going to keep running your information up on the screen. But if there's anything else you want to tell the community, or any words you want to give before we go to the next hidden gem, go ahead and let them know. And we're running your information how to connect with you.
Yes, there is something very important. We know what the pandemic has done to all students in San Francisco as well as the country. Many students who may not have been on par and where they needed to be pre-pandemic certainly have suffered, and I think all our kids have suffered. And so the Brown Bombers are trying to address this problem. For every student athlete that signs up and participates with the Brown Bombers this year, every student athlete, each student will receive a personalized learning program called Solaro for mathematics, science, and English language arts, which is 100% aligned to state standards and provides age-appropriate content consisting of lessons, activities, practice exercises, quizzes, and detailed solution plans. And it covers grades 3 to 12. So for any child who has fallen behind that wants to get some extra work in their particular grade level and even move faster to the next grade levels, because it's actually going to be accustomed to their schedule, they can do this. And this, like I said, is aligned to the California standards. And this is a more than a $200 value program, but we're going to make it available. And the beautiful thing about it is that we will give every kid a license to use this platform, and their parents will get one as well. So the parents will be able to go in and monitor and supervise and support their kid to participate in this scholastic program to get their scholastic skills up and try and pick up from some of the deficiencies that they may have experienced during the pandemic.
Wow, powerful. Y'all hear that? And that's one thing I want to give you definitely a salute on, Rainen. You as well as Nate and a lot of our other coaches, because a lot of times coaching, sometimes community think you guys are all about the sports, but I know for sure with you and as well with Nate and a lot of our other coaches out there, Ryan Russell, and different education is important. We've had different coaches come on here, and all of them has always talked about education being first. And I just always appreciate that, because I'm big on education. Yes, I'm for the sports. I know sports sometimes open up doors for our young people, but your commitment to education, just as well as the Rebels and different organizations in the city, is very powerful. We have to continue to push education. I know you're big on that because, again, every kid won't make it to the pros, but getting that life skill, getting that sociability skill through sports, but also having that education component is very powerful. And as you see, community, we've been flashing up his events throughout the city. There's Mission, Potrero Hill. They're going to be sliding through these different communities, doing testing, going to be doing some camps and things of that nature and signups. So please look at these dates here. We have his information running on the bottom of the screen. Anybody looking to get a hold of him, we'll get it out. We want to connect the community. Especially this summer, it's going to be a nice summer. These kids been in the house for a long time. Families, you heard what Raina said. The cheapest in California, $100. And I'm willing to say if we have some, I'll talk to Raina. If there's some families that's short and their kids want to play, I'll be willing to put up some money to get a few of those kids in your program. I think that's phenomenal. I know our young people love to play football, especially here in San Francisco. And it's not a lot of football fields. It's not a lot of basketball fields as things are changing, but just great to have a few and great to have the Bombers in the community impact the community the way they do. So just want to thank you again, Raina, for doing this. And we'll be out there. And like you said, this platform is yours. You're a part of the community. It's a community platform. And I definitely want to get some of the young people on here and talk about their experience as they go through the season and talk about the mentorship that you guys doing. Talk about the family and show community what the Brown Bombers is all about. So I'm looking forward to connecting in the future. And we'll be out there on the field. We'll be out there taking some footage and catching some of that good stuff that you guys doing, talking to the families, talking to the kids. Look at this. This is how powerful our platform is. Miss Kathy out there says she'll sponsor 2 kids. So there you go. People in the community are watching. They care about our young people. I'm down to commit to 4 kids. There go 2. I'm sure there's some other people out here that watch and say, hey, John, I'll support you. That's what this platform is about, uplifting our young people, connecting the community, and making sure brothers like Rainy that's doing the work in the community, supporting the family, supporting the young people so that our young people get equipped. So there you go. Thank you, Rainy, for coming on. I appreciate you. I know you got to get out of here, but if you can hang around, see some of our other young people. But I know you have other stuff going on, but appreciate you coming on. Thank you for what you guys did with the conversation this Sunday, talking about the awareness of violence in our community. And I know there's some other conversation and topics that's going to be coming up. So looking forward to working with SF Block, our SF Black Leadership Academy, and just some of the phenomenal people. So it takes a village, and we're going to keep doing this. So I appreciate you coming on tonight, and thank you again.
Thank you so much, John. I want to appreciate you. And I want to just say this to you. The ability to communicate and disseminate a message is not lost on me, and I'm sure it's not lost on the community. You are well positioned to influence the young people and all people in a way that matters, right? You're not talking rhetoric, you're not talking nonsense, but you're talking factual information, and you're giving information that folks may ordinarily not receive. So I want to say kudos to you for you and your staff and everything that you guys put into this platform. Just please keep in mind that all these people are watching you and they're following you, and the model that you set will be the model that they will become. Both sides of the conversation will live on. This is not the end of it. This is literally just the beginning. And look up to the sky. Look up to the sky, John. There is no ceiling. There is no ceiling.
Oh man, thank you for those powerful ways, man. That just helps lift me up. You know how it is doing this work. A lot of times you always question yourself: are you making impact? Are you doing the right thing? But just to hear that from you, brother, from another king, and y'all know me, I'm big about kings supporting kings, really bringing solidarity back into our community. So I appreciate those words, and thank you for all your support. And I know, like I said, we've had conversations, very powerful, brother, and I'm looking forward to having you on part of some of these conversations coming up in the future, because I think you have a great way of articulating information, really authentic, and know how to get to our young people. So looking forward to having you as well, King. Keep doing what you're doing, and we'll be there behind you, supporting you, making sure that the Bombers is going up, and we'll keep looking for sponsors. I don't want no kid this year in any sports not being able to play, so I'll do my part, and I'll reach out to the community, make sure they get behind our young people. So let me know, Rainy. You got it from me. It's all good, all love. Thank you for coming on tonight. God bless you, my brother.
Hey, I don't think Oprah ever had a 5-year-old on their show. So you're already a trailblazer. That's all I'm saying.
Right. I'm surprised.
I'm just saying, I don't think she had a 5-year-old. Not that she gave the floor to, and you're about to give the mic to a couple of 5 and 7-year-olds. That's all I'm saying.
See, so that's your greatness.
Man, powerful, powerful. Well, thank you, Brother
Thank
Rannon.
you.
And yes, we're going to get into our young people community. Be patient. Like Rannon said, these are some young graduates. We're going to get them on here and highlight them. And Mr. Shell is going to lead them through the way. So we're going to bring them up, uplift our young people. Be patient. Give them praise. We are proud of them. And you see, we're starting from pre-K all the way to college. And that's what we do here at Both Sides of the Conversation. We support our young people. Thank you, Rain. All right. We got our young people here, a young trailblazer in her own making. Sister Nyron, hello. How you doing tonight, young sister?
Nyron, unmute your microphone.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
How do you feel today?
I feel great.
All right. Well, I want to highlight you for finishing preschool. Do you have anything you want to say to the world?
I love you and I love how you feel.
I love you too. I'm putting up your name. What happened? Not what happened, but tomorrow you graduate. So tell me about going to school. How did you go to school this year?
This year I want to go get my computer and then we came back to do Zoom on the computer.
Did you like doing school on the computer?
Yes.
Okay. What is your favorite thing about school?
My favorite thing to do in school is do PE.
PE. Okay, interesting. Do you draw? Do you color? Do you do anything fun?
I like to read and I like to color.
Oh, so you can read?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What does that say?
I love you and I am so proud of you.
Okay. What about that? What does that say?
I like dogs and I love cats.
Who taught you how to read?
My auntie Michelle.
Oh, really? What about grandma? What about mommy?
Mommy helped me.
Mommy helped you?
Yeah,
So was it better going to school when mommy's at home? Did you like mommy being around when you were at school?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, did you have a speech that you want to say?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and say it.
Hi, my name is Nyron, and I'm graduating and hi, my name is Rannon. I'm graduating for TK, and I'm skipping first grade, and I love when I read and I like when I play with my friends, and I like to read and I like to play with my friends.
Very good. So you graduated from pre-K, you skipped kindergarten, and you're going to first grade. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Your whole family is proud of you. Thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
Okay, go get your beauty sleep because Black
Wait
don't
a
cry.
second. Wait a second.
Oh,
Wait a
my
second.
bad.
Wait
I
a
forgot
second.
about you.
You are going to first grade from PK. I'm impressed. Come on, you guys out there, community, get in the chat, show this young lady some love. That is Black excellent. Look at our young Black girls rock. They are doing phenomenal stuff. Pre-K to first grade. I mean, that is just I I don't know what to say, but Nyron, I am proud of you. I know your family is proud of you. Like Brother Rainen said, you are the first 5-year-old on both sides of the conversation. You are making history tonight. You are the first one on our show that we ever highlighted. And I want to thank you and keep doing what you want to do. But I need to ask you a question, though, because every young person, I want to know one thing. You want to know what I want to know?
Yes.
What do you want to do when you grow up?
I want to be a veterinarian.
All right. We have a young veterinarian here. All of our veterinarians out there, get ready to sponsor this young lady, teach her about veterinary, and get her in there with the animals. You like animals? What's your favorite animal that you like?
Dogs.
What's your dog name?
My last name is Rannon Ross and
No.
Graduates.
No, what's your doggy name? Don't you have a doggy? What's your doggy name?
My doggy name is Frank.
Frank. That's your doggy name.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. All right. Well,
All right. Well, thank you, young sister. I'm glad you came on tonight. I feel special. There's tears almost coming down my eyes. I'm always not trying to let nobody see my tears, but I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy to.
John, you're muted.
Oh, I said I don't want everybody to see me cry. I'm going to cry, but I want you to keep skipping grades, okay? Don't just skip the kindergarten, first grade. I want you to skip 4th grade, 5th grade, all the way through college, okay? Because you smart and you can do anything you put your mind to, okay? I love you, young lady. Congratulations. Enjoy your graduation tomorrow. Great job.
Love you. Go tell mommy I said thank you for letting you come on. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll pick you up, okay? Okay, bye.
All right, we're going to bring up our next hidden gem here. I didn't even know that this young lady was coming on, and this is a special one to me because this is my grandbaby, and I am happy to see her on the show tonight. We told her we was bringing her on the show. I didn't know when, and today is the day. So welcome to the show, Princess Tiana.
Tiana, unmute yourself. Hello, Tiana.
Hi.
How do you feel?
Good.
What's your teacher's name?
My teacher name is Samantha.
Samantha. Do you like Miss Samantha? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
What do you like about Miss Samantha?
Her always give me like a lot of homework for me to do, and I like to do my homework.
Okay. What do you like most about your homework? What's your favorite subject in school?
To do numbers.
Oh, so you know your numbers?
Yeah.
Can you count to 10 for me?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very good. Can you spell your name?
Tiana Kendrick.
Can you spell it?
Teyana.
Very good. Do you know your mommy's name?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Anika Henry.
What's your papa name?
John Henry.
Are you smart? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Are you beautiful?
Yeah.
I can't. What do you put on your body to make it shine?
Bucker Magic.
So there's 100 things that she needed to know before kindergarten, and her mom being a nurse, I got the privilege of teaching her and Nyron. And not only does she know 100 things, she can do 100 things. So John, I don't know what to say other than I hope you're stacking up your money because she's going straight to an HBCU. She's very smart.
I am so proud of you. I am so honored to have you on my show. My granddaughter, 5 years old, just left pre-K, going to kindergarten, and doing all the things you do. I am so happy. I am honored to be your grandfather because I know you're going to do some things in this world that is going to change the world because I know you are a feisty young lady, and you are have no fear. You know, some of the things that you do, riding your dirt bike, riding your bike, swimming, gymnastics, you scare Pawpaw sometimes. I'll be like, why is this girl doing this? I'm gonna take her to the emergency room. But I am happy and I am honored because you are just a fearless young lady. And I know as you continue to grow and get the information, you're going to change some things in this world, young lady. And Papa gonna be right there to support you. And I know your mom's proud of you as she's at school becoming a nurse. And I'm sure you're going to do something phenomenal. So can you tell the world, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
All right. Yeah, I need you to be a doctor because Papa getting old and I need some help. You know, today I had a mental breakdown community. I want to say, I don't know. I think it's called Young Timers. I forgot to pick you up today. I was running around and I apologize. And Tashelle came through. See, it takes a village, as Miss Kadori said, it takes a village. Papa is so busy that I forgot to come pick you up today, but Mr. Shell was able to get you, and I just want to thank her. But Papa's getting old, and I need you to become a doctor to take care of me because I don't know, running these streets and doing all the things that I'm doing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold up. So I definitely need you to be a doctor. I'm going to help you try to fulfill your dream of being a doctor because my blood pressure is through the roof. And when I see you doing all of these amazing things, my heart is always racing. So I need you to be a doctor. So I'm going to keep on pushing you to get there. Okay, baby girl?
Okay.
I love you. I am proud of you. You are beautiful. And I know you're going to change the world. And we're going to remember this moment. I am honored to have you here. Just like Nyron, you are the first 2 5-year-olds to come on both sides of the conversation. You both made history tonight. I love you. I'm proud of you. And keep doing what you're doing, baby.
Okay, I'll see you later, Tiana. Bye, Tiana.
Bye.
Wow, phenomenal. You know, that was emotional. I'm gonna keep my tears in, but that was very
No, you can
emotional.
show people you can
No,
cry. Show
I don't
people
want
that,
nobody
show
to see my
people.
tears.
Show people you're human. Yeah, it was an honor to see, you know, I'm a teacher, but I teach high school, and to be able to teach kindergartners to really see if it works. And I'm going to say what worked: having a Black teacher, having their Black mothers at home, having people who really cared. If the internet didn't work, we made it work. You know, I seen Nyron and Tiana log on using QR codes and logging in and learning how to tell time. Like, I can't do it. I'm going to be honest. So hats off to them. So, all right, let's bring up our next guest. Let me see, is he here yet? Okay. I have to read your bio because, as always, Mr. Washington, Keandre Washington is a first-generation college student and the winner of the Mayor London Breed Bridge to Excellence Scholarship. He was born and raised in Bayview Hunters Point and graduated from Lincoln High School. I had the privilege of escorting Keandre on a Black college tour. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't know the boy spoke French, fluent French. We rolling through the 9th Ward and he's like, oh my God, there's this, there's that. I'm like, you speak French? So this is the only Black man in San Francisco with a high school diploma that I know that speaks fluent French. Keandre, welcome to the show.
Hello, or I would say bonjour.
Bonjour.
Thank you for having me today, Mr. Shell. Like she said, I am a first generation student, college attendee, and I did win the mayor's London Breed Achievement Scholarship. So, yeah, thank you.
You're being very bashful. This is the most honorable scholarship, young man. Do you understand? Like,
yes.
What job did you have?
Blessed.
What job did you have last year when I was teaching kids how to do this scholarship? Where did you work?
Last year I worked at Starbucks.
And you weren't at the airport?
Oh yes, for the summer I did an airport internship.
And then you went over to Starbucks.
Yes.
And then in your senior year, when the pandemic hit, what happened? Because I know you were a straight A student. I forgot to mention that. You're a straight A student, like straight A's. I didn't even seem to be on your transcript. So when the pandemic hit, what happened?
Yeah, so when the pandemic hit, of course, I was laid off of work and I was unemployed. And I was supposed to do another summer internship again with SFO because they, invited me back, but due to the pandemic hitting, it was canceled. So with that, I just did some extra classes and I was just studying for the next, upcoming school year. And I can honestly say that helped.
That helped. Okay. I wanted to show the people what you actually earned. So, oops. This is your letter. It says, Dear Keandre Washington, congratulations on behalf of Mayor London N. Breed. I'm pleased to inform you that you have been chosen to receive the Bridge to Excellence Scholarship. This scholarship was established for highly motivated students from low income and under-resourced communities who are the first in their families to attend a four-year college. We are proud of your accomplishments and commitment to further your education. Can you tell me what Mayor London Breed said, like in the first 30 seconds yesterday of your celebration? What did she say in the first 30 seconds?
In the first 30 seconds, she had said, "Oh my God, thank you, Keandre, for having me on your cap and gown." She was like, "It shows my manship and everything." And she just shouted me out. So I was very thankful and blessed that she seen that I was different. Thanks to Mr. Shell.
Well, you did the work. All I did was give you the scholarship. You the one who sat down on the computer and typed an essay without saving the draft. So I have no idea what you wrote. And she said your essay motivated her. Like she reads these things. You and Israel, y'all like the two black men. Shout out to him going to Morehouse.
Mom, why go upstairs so fast?
Thank
Want to
you.
hear this?
That's your mom. Tell her I said congratulations too.
Thank you. I'm back here listening, Keandre. Woo! Love you, Keandre.
So Keandre, you will be featured at our annual block party for Black grads this Saturday. And just knowing that we're going to have a prideful privilege parade, going down Third, African drums, all the stuff. How do you feel as a black man in San Francisco with a high school diploma?
I just feel accomplished. I feel like I stayed dedicated. I had the support to actually motivate me. I can honestly say I want to inspire many others that look like me to know that you can do it no matter what. As long as you put your mind to it and don't let anything get in the way of that, you can do it as well.
So what motivated you, other than your mother, because she's a real mother, what motivated you? Like you went 2 hours away from where you live to go to school. You don't have a truancy problem. You have a stuttering problem on your transcripts. It's A. So what motivated you? What pushed you?
Okay, besides the people, I would say that pushed me is just wanting more for myself, wanting the future, wanting to be out of Hunter's Point, but to also give back. So yeah, but mostly I would say was my grandmother before she passed away. I just remember her saying like, "I'm gonna make her proud and make her proud." So I feel like she stuck with me and she's proud right now, and I'm gonna keep making her proud.
Cool. Well, we're gonna get you to Clark by all means necessary. Okay, or you can go to my alma mater and
yes, we go over here. Yeah, that's the college that Grandpa went to. I just found that
this
out.
is your picture to the world.
Auntie told you. Got Amy
Yeah.
picture, boy. Yeah.
Tell your mama. Tell your mama you can hear.
I'm sorry.
They on there.
It's okay. So this is you at graduation. This is you taking your graduation picture. This is what you are revealing to the world. What is your major going to be?
My major is going to be business administration.
Why?
Because I just really want to know what it takes to have your own business. Not only I know it, anyone could go and start their own business, but the actual legal way. I just also want to do criminology as well.
Okay. And then what about your scholarships? You got the Mayor London Breed scholarship. What's the other scholarship you got?
the Mason Scholarship Award.
So total, how much free money did you earn? Or did you see it, or did I take it down? Because y'all don't even know yet. I was working last night. Hold on.
Like $45,000.
$45,000 in scholarship straight out of Hunters Point. If I have not told you in the last 2 graduations I've seen you at, I'm hella proud of you. When I came to Lincoln, I came to see you. When I call you from whatever phone I call you, you answer. You are a representation of Black excellence. Anybody tell you different? Send them to the point. I'll deal with them. You are one in a million. So
I love you, Mr. Shell.
I love you too, Keandre. You better hurry up. You can't be late at school though.
Right.
John,
I'm sorry.
you have any questions for this wonderful young man on his way to Clark before he fly out to the Dirty Bird?
All I can say is I'm proud of you, young man. This is what this is all about. Okay, when you talk about growing up in Hunters Point, we know Hunters Point is challenged with a lot of different issues, and when we see young people like you take the initiative to go to school during a pandemic, continue to persevere, make the right choices, it can be done. Okay. And my question to you is, how do you do it? Because I always tell people there are young people out there that are doing phenomenal things in the midst of all of the chaos and some of the things that we deal with in our community. But tell me, how did you do it? Because I'm always trying to figure out and get in my young people head when I mentor them. I'm working with kids in juvenile. What was it? And I know you had the motivation of your grandmother and family, but walking home, seeing people you went to school with, living in the community, how did you say no? How did you change and go the other way? How did you have that discipline to say, I'm not going to get caught up in what's going on because I have a better vision? I just want to hear from you. How did you do it, young brother?
I just want to honestly just be different. I would just no matter what, I'm going doing my work. I'm going to turn in my stuff on time. It's not what you do, but it's how you do it. Like, as long as you get your work done, that's how I honestly feel. And just staying motivated. I know sometimes you can get distracted and everything, but you just gotta want to do it. I would say, like, it's no excuse. You just either you want it or you don't.
That is what we're going to put on your trophy. Either you want it or you don't. Like I told you, I can count on my hand how many Black men graduated from Lincoln. My father was 1. Papa was 2. Rome was 3. I forgot that boy last year on the football team. You are number 5. And I've been teaching 12 years. So you wanted it. You wanted it. You got up
and I was
early
going
in the
to let
morning.
anything get in the way of it.
No, or your mom was going to beat you. I mean, we still get beatings. So wanting to do something, that's the takeaway here. You got to want to do it. All right, I'm gonna let you go party because I know you just graduated from high school. Thank you. I see you Saturday.
See y'all later. Thank you for everything.
I just want to say, continue to do the work, young man. Proud of you. It's an honor to have you here today, getting the Mayor Award. And, you're part of that narrative shift. When they say young Black males do certain things, you are part of that. Young Black males graduate and they go to college. So we'll be following you. Both sides of the conversation will be on the road. And you're one of the colleges we're going to stop by, highlight, and follow up. Because a lot of times what happens is we send our kids off to the school. The community's happy at graduation. We don't do follow up. So both sides of the conversation, we go get on the road and come talk to you and interview you about your college experience and how's everything going and what type of support that you need from community while you're out there. So again, congratulations. Continue to do the things that you do, make the community proud, and go out there and be the best businessman to help bring that economical power back to our community. And make sure you always volunteer and give back to uplift the next generation of young people. Love you, young bruh. Enjoy yourself. Be safe out there. And we just go be behind you. Whatever we can do to help and support you, we will here at both sides of the conversation.
Love y'all too, baby. Hunters Point.
See you later. All right, next. Did we do Mimi? Amiriana, are you there?
I don't know if she's there. It seems like her device was disconnected. You want to move to somebody else? We'll see if we get her. Oh, there she
There
goes.
she goes. Okay. Hello. Hello. So let me just reiterate who Mimi is. She's been on the show 3 times because she's wonderful. That's all I got to say. But she was the student who I said, I have to go to the board meeting. How dare they put non-college usage across your transcript? How dare they play you? And Mimi said, come on, Mr. Shell, let's go. So we waited in the queue. We raised our little hand. Siobhan had our back. And Mimi, do you remember that conversation? Let's start with that because you are the advocate for everybody getting their official transcript. Unmute yourself.
Hi, yes. So I am Amiriana, everyone. So I did go through a dilemma of, getting told that I wasn't able to graduate and being told that my transcript didn't, qualify for the GPA that was needed to go to college. And I knew that there was some errors in my transcript. So I told Tashelle about it. Me and Tashelle went over my transcript. I had Siobhan behind me. She made sure she had my back. To her, Tashelle, kind of went over my transcript, looked over it. Me, Deontay, Tashelle, we all kind of all looked at it. And even Tashelle realized that there were some errors. So when she realized that there were some errors, she automatically made sure that she called the board. I went to board meetings. I, got involved more with my schoolwork, and I made sure that I managed to keep straight A's and stuff like that, just so that they couldn't tell me that I'm not able to qualify for something that I put my all into. So I made sure that I got over that barrier and made sure to shut them out every way that I can so that they wouldn't tell me this or that, because I didn't want to go through that process again, knowing that I can't be the best that I can't be.
Perfect. Oh, I'll turn my camera off. Perfect. If you want something done, you do it. No one is going to give you anything. And if they do, it got some stipulations with it. You take your equity. You are going to San Francisco State. A gator doesn't say to a duck, excuse me, can I go across the No, they just do what they do. But you got to do it deliberately. So shouts out to Mr. Bill Sanderson, Linda Jordan, the Ali team getting 41 students their official transcript so they can get to college. So Mimi, tell the world where you're going, what you're about to do, and all that good stuff.
Okay, so I am enrolled in San Francisco State. I already have about 6 credits. Another thing is my major is going to be business administration. So I will be doing business. I will be mainly focusing on marketing and financing because I want to teach other African Americans and other colored people about financial literacy, since, that is something that they try to block out and teach us from learning about. Another thing is I will be doing real estate. My real estate tuition is all paid for, so I have a full ride into real estate, and I will be doing a real estate internship this whole summer. So I'm not really worried about real estate. I have everything covered. Another thing is that I also will be trying to look into notary and trying to get into that also while gaffling real estate and my real estate internship. Besides that, everything has been going good. I have proven, others wrong that have said that I couldn't achieve or overcome the barriers that I did. But I already knew that was gonna happen. So I did less talking, and I just start focusing on getting everything done. And then after that, I got back to them and showed them my resume, and that pretty much shut everybody up.
You're muted.
Is this you?
Yeah. Yes, that is me.
You probably haven't seen it. I mean, Saturday is when I was revealing this to the world. You're majoring in business, got your full real estate scholarship. I mean, you want to talk about that, how you got that? But you see how much money you have in scholarships?
Scholarships, I do have I actually got a lot of money in scholarships. The only thing that I have to pay for is like $2,000 out of pocket But once I apply myself and get more scholarships, that's going to be covered. So practically, I'm going to have a full ride.
No, you don't have to pay your 2,000. What scholarship are you getting Sunday? Do you remember?
Sunday, I will
I
be
mean, not Sunday. I'm sorry, Saturday.
yes, wouldn't that be the SF Hope, I believe?
Oh, what is that? Talk to me.
So the SF Hope is for, young African American the African American youth, for students like me that qualified for the scholarship. And basically it's showing that people like me, people of color, can push for greatness and strive for greatness in life without having to be looked at as, uneducated, unqualified, because no matter what, you still can achieve that barrier. Yes, there might be other people in your ear telling you that you cannot, but as long as you put your mind to it and you achieve that and you do it and you do as you say and don't listen to others, you can achieve that goal. It's really simple. You just got to put your all into it and really focus.
You sound like you went to 100% college prep. So the SF Hope Scholarship was established and bestowed upon us from the community, Potrero Hill, Sunnydale, Double Rock, and West Point. I'm using my native language. I don't care what you name it. I'm going to call it what I call it. I will write it the way you want me to, but I'm going to say what they are. You grew up in Sunnydale. You earned this $4,500 scholarship. You don't have to pay a thing for San Francisco State. You have $30,000 in scholarships. The school is giving you $16,000, and then all these scholarships are falling out of heaven. Because what did you do on a Friday with Deontay and Tashelle, or a Wednesday or Zoom? What did you do mostly?
Mostly what we did is we went over all my San Francisco State scholarships. We went over scholarships that weren't even involved in SF State. We still went over scholarships on a daily basis. We made sure to search for them, find them. They would help me, analyze things, work on my, speech, because sometimes I'm really fast at talking. So they'll make sure that I went over my writing and things like that. And I'm more than thankful for people like that, because people like that you don't get every day in your life, or you don't get those kind of people in your life that help you and want to see you win. Sometimes you get the most negative people and you have to force yourself to see past that. So I was really thankful to have just 100% into Shell and Deontay in my life to, help me overachieve more than what I achieved. Like, they helped me get into my real estate. They have helped me get more involved in things that I never would think I would get involved into. So it's really nice. And, by them getting me connected to a real estate agent, like, all I did was literally speak to the lady one time. And by me speaking to this person has literally helped me achieve more than I have ever accomplished within real estate, and has got me to get my real estate program paid for completely, just off of, just expressing who I am and telling them my story. So things like that get you far in life, and people don't understand that. And you got to be willing to get out your comfort zone and willing to, just be out there and learn about yourself and do things that you might not be sometimes willing to do, but it might be better for you.
That is so profound. You sound like me. I would like for you to do one favor for me. We were having some technical difficulties with that online stuff. What was it called? Your online classes?
Ingenuity. So I had Ingenuity, and basically, that was a class that I was just trying my hardest to pass, and I did pass overall, thank God. But it was a class that they finally gave me my senior year, when I've been asking for it, after I did summer school, night school, and I just did a lot of courses that wasn't needed. And that was a course that I was supposed to take my 10th grade year, never received it, finally received it my senior year. So it was a gap. So I had to do health and college and career. So while doing those, I was just, pushing myself to do something online that I know was overwhelming at the time. But now looking back at it, I still did it. I still got through it, and I still graduated. And it was a lot of pressure on me because I was told, if I don't pass this class, I'm not graduating. And then when I was passing the class, I still was told that I wasn't going to graduate. So, you know what? I was just like, you know what? I'm going to finish it as long as I know in my heart that I did the best that I can do. And I know that I finished it and fulfilled the job. There's nothing they can really tell me that could stop me. I already did what I had to do. If they don't accept it or they don't accept the work, that's on them. That's not on me. Because at the end of the day, I still did what I needed to do and I got the job done.
Do you want to say thank you to your Black principal who opened up the school and let you do it? Because I mean, I'm not trying to put her on Front Street, but do you care? And I want you to say thank you to her, and then that will show her that she really cared, because it's hard being a principal, especially a Black female principal. So go ahead and say thank you to her.
I would like to give a thank you to my principal, Miss Thomas. She was also really helpful. She was there for me. She made sure, even though that some of her staff believed that I wasn't able to graduate, she still told me, as me being a young Black African American female, that I still gotta strive. Like, I still gotta do better. I still gotta look past the words, even though they get to me or I might feel some type of way about it. I still gotta strive for better good. Because no matter what, even though you're gonna feel some type of way, you're gonna feel that way for a temporary moment. You gotta think long term. Stop thinking, short term, and just get it done. Once I got it done, all I can say is I still walk the stage. I graduated burden. I don't have to deal with them no more. I don't have to go back. I'm already done. I'm on to the next level in my life.
And you have your high school diploma.
Exactly. So
I told you so. You had me stressing at 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I told you so. I am so proud of you. And I would say I'll let you sell me my first house, but I don't want to live in America no more. But I will be your biggest supporter. I will hand out all your cards. I will clean up your open houses and bring cookies and juice. You tell me when and where. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
John, you have anything?
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I just want to say, very powerful young lady. Resilience, resilience, resilience. Just happy to see another young individual in our community changing the narrative, doing things to impact the community. I know at 100%, they say school is your hustle, and it sounds like you've been doing the work to get the hustle because it showed up in the scholarships. You're going to do something phenomenal to change the world. A couple of weeks ago or last week, we was honoring 100 years of Black Wall Street. And what that looked like was ownership. Okay, so you going into the real estate is going to help build that wealth, because in America we need that. We need ownership, and selling businesses and doing the things that you're going to do is definitely going to help impact the community. And since you are in real estate, when you finish school, I'm going to make sure I connect you with a powerful sister in Oakland named Rhea Cotton. She was on our show. She's in the real estate. She is doing a phenomenal job of selling houses, bringing wealth, bringing home ownership to the community. And I would love to connect you two together so that you can have somebody you can learn under who looks like you, very powerful, trailblazer in the industry. She is just changing the game on how we sell houses and interact with the people in the community. So great job. And we're going to be here to support you in any way you can. You're going to San Francisco State, Gator Nation. And it's a lot of successful people that come out of that organization and that institution. So just want to thank you again. Never give up. There's going to be obstacles. There's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be things in the way that's going to try to stop you from being that Black excellent woman that you're going to be. But never give up. Keep hope alive and keep pushing forward, young sister. And to all the community, look at the love that you're getting. I just appreciate the community. I see Kathy. I see Maurice. I see Kathleen. I see all these people in the community. And this is what it takes. When we talk about the village, show up for our young people. Show them love. Encourage them, because you never know. One little encouragement, one affirmation, words of encouragement will help a young person go so farther. And I just want to thank all the community out there that's showing these young people love. We appreciate you, young lady. Thank you for coming on our platform and sharing your information with the world and letting them know that you are a part of that narrative change, what Black excellence looks like. Phenomenal young lady. Keep doing what you're doing, sister.
Thank you
See you
guys
Saturday.
for having me on here. See you
You're
Saturday.
welcome. See you Saturday. Okay, so now we're going to go to our college students. So those were high school students. Now we're going to go to our college students. Malcolm, we're going to let the lady go first, okay? All right, thank you. He's such a gentleman. Aida, hello. You're on mute.
Hi, Mr. Shao.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I didn't get to personally say thank you for helping with college signing day. It was a success.
Yeah, of
The
course.
students had a ball. Did you see the pictures?
Yeah, I did. It was
Awesome. So with that, your community service is done. Your Suchi scholarship is going to be reoccurring. You're going to get more money, and we're just going to knock it out the ballpark.
Yep.
But tonight, do you remember the question?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot it. Hold on. Let me go back up in here. Your question was, how was college your first year during the pandemic? How did you succeed and make it to the dean's list? The dean list means you have to have a certain type of GPA, and you had it, not one semester, but 2 semesters. So tell us the key to your success.
Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Aida Halui. Now I'm about to be a second-year college student at San Francisco State University, and I'm majoring in cell and molecular biology. I plan on being a physician assistant, so I'm going to a physician assistant after getting my bachelor's degree. And this was my first year. This 2020 was my first year in college. It was difficult and challenging at first, but then when after a while I got used to it, and it wasn't that difficult. Once you get used to the environment, to the online teaching environment, it wasn't that bad. And I had a lot of time to myself. I was able to go on my own pace to do my work, and it definitely was hard to interact with people as you're in person, but it helped me figure out how to be strong and resilient in such unprecedented times. And it was difficult to do the college from high school to college transition, but I was in 100% college prep, so it wasn't that challenging. And even shifting from in-person school to online school, we knew what was coming because we had workshops, we had different trainings to get us prepared to this online virtual learning space in 100% college prep. So yeah. You're muted.
So prepared for college before you went to college is what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and who prepared you?
Mr. Shao and everybody.
I just wanted you to say that. It was hard. I had to really, I'm not even gonna lie. When people say, how are you? I'd be like, I'm fine. I'm lying. I was stressed out. I did not know how I was gonna get y'all from March to August. I had no idea how to do this online, but y'all taught me a lot. And it is an honor to know that you made the dean list at my alma mater. Making the dean list means the money is going to trickle down. You're going to have more scholarships thrown at you than what you can deal with. And for me, scholarships and financial aid, that is my reparation. You came from Africa. You came from Eritrea to America for one thing only.
Education.
Did you get that?
Yes, I did. I am.
That's all I care about. When I have students that come from other countries, regardless of the color of your skin, you only come here for one reason. You didn't come here to meet Kobe Bryant or LeBron James. You came here for an education. And it was an honor having you at 100% college prep. It was an honor reading your personal statement and just sending it around. Tell us about this major, because I took science for credit, no credit. You're not just to fail me. So how was studying molecule biology? What are you studying?
Molecular biology.
Yeah. How was that?
Okay, so but before that, I heard in one of the in the shows, I heard you were saying how difficult it was, how you had depression back in March. But I was just amazed by how much work you were doing, because we were the people complaining, having like an overwhelming type of work, but you were actually the one having this so much work to actually send us to college. But when I heard you were like not in a good condition, I was just amazed, and I just want to say thank you. But I am a biology major, so since I was a kid, I wanted to have a career in the medical in the medical field, and that's why I chose to take biology. And I'm really interested in it, so that's my career path for now.
Okay. Do you need for anything in college? Because John made a statement on one of his shows that, we send them to college, but then, they still need for things. So is there anything that you need?
Well, yeah, John was talking about the follow-ups. So I currently, as you know, I am in the production team. I help in making the flyers and the presentation. And so I just want to say thank you so much, because I don't know, I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I'm about to be hired in 100% college prep in days. So I just don't have words to appreciate you guys so much.
Well, you just shine like the hidden gem you are, because I tell everyone, if you are from Eritrea and you're trying to go, like what you helped with Salim, go talk to Aida. She will tell you everything, because the questions that they ask students, are you an alien? What's your alien number? Do I look like an alien to you? It's these type of battles that we have to fight. And me going to this school, we get to change the language. And now you're going to change the world with this biology. And you're the first to learn through this pandemic. So I can't wait till school start. I miss my campus. I miss my office. I miss my classroom. I miss the green grass at SF State. So I see you at work on Tuesday. Right. But it's an honor for you to go to that school. And when you finish, you can go anywhere else that you want to go. There is no ceiling. Like Mr. Ross said, there's no ceiling. When you look up at the sky, there's no ceiling for you. Remember, in your veins is the strongest blood that ever pumped. Your melanin costs more than anything on the planet Earth. So you carry that legacy. Class of 2020, that's my biggest accomplishment. 2021, that's my legacy. I got 3 more years, and then I think I'm just going to chill, watch it grow. Well, thank you for coming on the show. John, you have any questions?
I'm speechless. To make the dean list is a very important accolade, young lady. You just have a bright future, and you just keep having that spirit that you have, the willingness to give back. A lot of times it's hard to teach that in our community. Even as you climb the educational ladder or the corporate ladder, you always have to give back. And I think that shows a part of compassion and humility, especially when you're young. Going through the challenges. There will be challenges. I won't say it's going to be easy, but there will be challenges. But keep it in your heart to uplift other people and give back, what you're already doing. And I want to say I appreciate you coming to help us out and supporting our marketing team, working with Jada, and just giving up your time when you could be doing a lot of other things. But you're here supporting the community because this is what this platform believes in: uplifting our community, uniting our community, and being intentional to make sure that our community gets the information and things they need. And what a way to connect with young people like you that are going to change the world, learning the things that you're going to learn, and hopefully we can have you educate our community about biology. We had a veterinarian on here. We got kids who want to be doctors. Just phenomenal. Over the years, I'm just going to be watching all these people that's going to be doing phenomenal things to make our communities better. So I'm just happy. I know your family is happy. We are happy to have you here at both sides of the conversation. Just happy to have you back in the community doing stuff as well while you're on your break. Just want to say I'm here to support you. Anything I can do to help you, it's all love. We're going to make sure you get it. And we're going to do that follow-up. That's part of the narrative shift. We can't just send kids to college, and we can't send them across the country with scholarships. And as community, we don't go follow up and see what they need and what support that they need, so we can come back and tell community, hey, we got some kids out there. They need a little love. They need a little support. They need a little encouragement. So that's what we're going to do here as we continue to build our capacity so that we can impact you all and make sure community see and hear the phenomenal things that you're doing to impact us in the community. So amazing. Looking forward to working with you more. Thank you, young lady. Congratulations on all the stuff that you're doing.
See you soon.
See you Friday, Mr. Shaw. Bye.
Okay, see you Friday. All right, so our final guest for tonight is Malcolm. Now, Malcolm, I don't want to embarrass you, but I am going to show the world what I did for you. It took 3 hours to do it, but I'm going to show the world. You asked me to write you a letter of recommendation. I met Malcolm when he was a freshman. I was his step to college instructor at San Francisco State University. With a name like Malcolm, he stood out to me as a distinguished scholar. Malcolm is a joy to be around, and he is constantly full of positive energy. Malcolm has great interpersonal skills and is never afraid to pursue his dreams. Once motivated, Malcolm is unstoppable and always willing to do whatever he has to do to make things happen. On the first day that I met Malcolm, I discovered that he did not know how to sign his name in cursive. I asked if he wanted to learn how to write his name in cursive, and he said, yes, please. From that first day and every day since then, Malcolm Mobley became my lifetime student. He joined 100% college prep in the fall semester of his sophomore year. He received academic support, leadership development with Brothers Making Change, hands-on workshops. During Malcolm's junior year, he attended San Francisco State Step to College program with Omega Alive and Free. As a reward for his academic commitment, membership at 100% college prep, Malcolm was awarded the privilege to attend a historical Black college tour on the East Coast. He visited over 9 colleges, yet it was the last college that grabbed his attention and heart. Malcolm attended freshman day at Morgan State University with thousands of Black students from around the world. Malcolm was memorized when he witnessed the marching band and the dynamics of a historical Black college culture and pride. Malcolm was a tuba player in high school, and he played in concerts. But after seeing a 20-minute performance of the tuba players, drummers, and dancers, I knew that this was the type of place Malcolm wanted to be. I watched him dance for the first time. I saw him smile, clap, and jump for joy as the bands broke down modern-day songs and the Black Greeks strode and performed. Do you remember that day, Malcolm?
I can never forget it. When I heard the
So
band play, I looked at my best friend to my right, and we just both were shocked, and we both said at the same time, "This school is lit."
lit. So let's start from there. You gave me something on graduation day. Do you remember what you gave me?
um, was it my acceptance letter?
No, I've been at that. You gave me a card. You gave me a card. And do you remember what was in the card?
Oh man.
You getting old. You said, look, Mr. Shell, I now can sign my name.
Oh.
I still have that card, Malcolm. Teaching Black children cursive, it gives me justification that I'm truly a real educator, because that's something that they tore from us when they integrated the school. If you can cursively write, you can think. Literally, your brain's functionable. So let's talk about when you saw that band. What happened from that moment on that made you so great?
From that moment, when we entered the when we entered the gym and I saw the band march and they played what they called it, what I learned to be the spirit cycle, and they played this song called "Do It" by Midnight Star, and I just fell in love, and I didn't know, like at the time I didn't know I'd played that song like 1,000 times, and we had this thing called do it sides. We have to march up and down the field back and forth, countless times playing that song. But at that moment, I knew I wanted to be in, like it was solidified in my mind that I wanted to be in that particular band, because in 2015 I saw a Grambling and I was like, at that point I knew I wanted to be in a Black band, a Black marching band. But when you took us to Morgan, that's where I fell in love.
Yeah, I saw that. I mean, not saying you were a square, but I never saw you dance. I never saw you smile. I heard you play the tuba, but you were not that excited. So Morgan State has a piece of my heart. And when you said you wanted to go, me and Dr. Marshall was like, let's send him. Let's send him there. So
Absolutely.
how is it going to a HBCU? Because you're from the big city. Everybody from Cali, we high rollers. Now you're all the way across in Maryland. What's that experience like for you, Malcolm?
Yeah, going to an HBC on the other side of the country, that just made me realize how much bigger the world was, right? And it made me grow up faster. I got to meet people from all over. Philadelphia, New York. My first friend there was from DC. And there's a whole bunch of people that I met from Nigeria in my major. So it's yes, people who talk differently, ate different things. I got to travel with the band and perform for people all over the East Coast and the South, and compete against them in what I call, or what we call, the fifth quarter. Um, and the just the like the I say, like, the best thing about the college experience, not even just the HBCU experience, was the connections that I made. Just networking. And yeah.
Well, I would agree. I would agree. So now let's talk about your new job that I found out that you had. Let's amplify them, because I said, wait, Malcolm Mobley, there's only one Malcolm Mobley. Wait, what? So tell me about your new job, what you like, what you love. How did you get the job?
Right. So ultimately, this all starts with you welcoming me to 100%. From the like, I'm glad that I went to summer school that year, because I would have met I never would have met Mr. Shell, never would have got to 100% and introduced to the people that I knew. But ultimately, my elementary school teacher, Mrs. Emily Wade Thompson, she when I came back from college for the first year, she she asked me if I wanted to participate in a summer job, and that connected me to Opportunities for All, Mayor London Breed Summer Initiative, and the director of the Human Rights Commission, Director Cheryl Davis. And they,
Doctor.
yes,
She
she's a
got her
doctor now.
doctor.
She got her PhD, Dr. Cheryl Davis. Thank you. And then they connected me to Code Tenderloin as a fellow. Um, and from there, I got to work with Dell Seymour and Donna Hilliard from Code Tenderloin. And then after a year of working there, no, a year, a year and a half of working there, they eventually hired me on as a Code Tenderloin staff. And I teach the youth how to build websites, um, ages 13 through 24, and I teach them soft skills and how to conduct themselves in a professional space, and how to eventually get jobs in the field of tech. And since I've been working with them, I've actually been able to connect them to my school, because after the summer, I take a handful of the students and we build websites for small businesses and entrepreneurs. And we got to build a website for my school newspaper, and that eventually turned into a scholarship program between Code Tenderloin and Morgan State University. And Dell Seymour, the founder of Code Tenderloin, just let me know a couple months ago that he wanted to name the scholarship after me.
Oh my God. So let me just get this straight. You're a teacher. You're a teacher, you're an educator, you're helping your community. You doing what Miss Tichelle and Dr. Marshall do.
Right.
Okay, so I planted my seeds very well. I'm proud of you, Malcolm. I am
Thank
so
you,
proud
Michelle.
of you. When I walk into Omega Live and Free and I see you and Michael and Jeremiah, these boys, I'm a female. I might got a man mentality, but I'm really a female. And to see that y'all listened to this 5'3" with heels on teacher, and you made something of yourself, I'm so proud of you. Me and your mom, we were really crying when you graduated. And now you're at Code Tenderloin, which is one of the best organizations down there in that area. It's like, it's honorable. And Miss Wade Thompson, like, when you asked me for that letter of recommendation, I was in the middle of a pandemic. Malcolm, but I wrote it, and I wrote it with my Black state of mind, because I needed to put as many details in there, because you need money for college. You had a little tiny gap. If I had to sell my plasma, you were going to finish out Morgan. If I had to donate bone marrow, you will be one of those students that I would do it for, because you're going to finish. When you text me and said, hey, Mr. Shaw, I'm going to be on the Thanksgiving parade, first HBCU. You were this small, Malcolm, on the screen, but I stared and I looked for you. I looked for you. Couldn't see you, but I looked for you. Now I'm going to show the world what you actually look like, because to be the first from Cali to be in that parade, it's 2020 something. This is you, Malcolm. This is you. The first HBCU to be in a Thanksgiving parade. That's big. So just know when you graduate, I will be doing the most. And I'm coming with Sean, Kevin, Jason, Diane. The whole family is coming to see you. And then we're going to go down to Atlanta and see Jeremiah graduate. Because we watch you graduate high school, college. I'll be at your wedding. I'll be at everything that you do great. I'm your biggest fan.
Thank you,
Any
Mrs.
questions, John? You're welcome.
You know, I have to have something to say. I mean, having this brother on here is like, you know, one is an honor, right? Because to see a young brother in a band, right? Most young brothers is talking about all kind of things. It ain't in the band. It's playing football, playing sports, things of that nature. You know, just I don't know. It's just powerful, right? And then Cole Tenderloin, you know, just want to give him a huge shout out to Dale Seymour, Elgin Rhodes. I missed his Father's Day thing. I keep acknowledging it. I told him, I said, listen, last Friday I was supposed to be there. I was at the college, high school graduations, so I didn't make it, but I will be there. Very powerful organization. I'm looking to do some more stuff with them. I've been very busy, but the work you're doing, just proud of you. I saw you on Dr. Marshall's show last night, and then the honor just to have you here again and giving up time to both sides of the conversation. It's just amazing. And, you know, you're a phenomenal young brother. You know, to go from Cali to the DMV, very different dynamics. Definitely it's a paradigm shift that has to happen going from here to there. But I know it's important for you to be here tonight to say that to our young people and to community, because that's one thing that I believe, to help curb some of this violence, to stop some of the things that our young people are doing in the community. We have to get them out the city. We have to get them out and abroad and see other things. And I think it's just very powerful what you said, how you went there, you saw the band, and it did something to you. And I believe to curb some of this violence in our community, to instill hope into our young men, they need to see one young man like you doing things, right? Because when they see you do it, they believe. They see me doing it, they believe. They see Deontay doing it, they believe. Anytime we see another brother doing something, it gives us that hope that we could do it. So it's very powerful. And what you said, because I think young people need to hear that. And I think as adults and some of the community organizations, we got to put some of this funding to get our young people out of the city of San Francisco, out of the Bay Area, take them to the South, take them different places to see different things, because it does inspire young people and it gives them that hope and that light. Like, oh, I didn't even think about this, right? I bet you never thought about playing in a band like that. Probably seen it, was like, that's cool, but to get there and actually be a part of it, I think that's just phenomenal. And then the stuff that you're doing with building websites, just proud to know that you're down there with Dale and them doing that, because I know there's a lot of senior citizens in these elderly homes and things of that nature, and they want to get those services in there. So I hope with Dale and them doing with you, I hope that outreach grows. I've talked to some of the senior citizen homes around the city, and that was one of the things that they talked about. They have the equipment to get online, but knowing how to navigate and how to use social media and the internet is very powerful. So I'm looking forward to connecting with Elgin and the Cole Tenderloin family. It's been my thing to get there and do that. I've been so busy, but I'm looking forward to meeting up with you, Malcolm, coming down to Cole Tenderloin and continue to highlight some of the things. I've had Elgin on the show. I've been trying to get Dale. He was on one of our events, but I got to get Dale on there. You know, he's hard to get. Very busy guy, very articulate, and I'm loving that the simple fact that he's putting that scholarship in your name. I think that's very powerful. That's an honor. You should be privileged to know that a great guy like Dale Seymour thinks that high of you to put a scholarship in your name. And I want to give Dale a shout out, because I'm big on the show talking about the divide between our young people and some of the elders in the community and bridging that gap. And seeing Dale, to have that type of love and support for you is what we need to see from some of the elders in our community. It is time to pass the torch. A lot of them, I say, pass the torch, and people be like, who we gonna pass it to? Well, here you go, community. We got a young brother like Malcolm. We can pass the torch to you and let you lead and continue to grow and live that legacy on. But I'm inspired, just inspired to hear Dale putting that scholarship in your name and Miss Donna on here giving you love. That is very huge. And this is where we at right now. We in America, especially in our community here in San Francisco. There's this transitioning point that we're getting close to, and we're going to need young males and young females like the ones that was on here tonight to step up, take the torch, do some things to impact the community, take the leadership of Dale, get that wisdom, and actually use it to unify the community, empower the community, and touch the community with resources. So I'm gonna just shut up there and just say thank you, brother, for coming to both sides of the conversation. Anything that we could do to help support you and what you're doing, definitely we're here for it. And I'm sure in the future here, we'll be making some connections with Code Tenderloin and some of the programming that they have going on. I want to support my brother Elgin. So when you see him, tell him John said he's coming to support, because I'm all about kings supporting kings, queens supporting queens, and making sure our kings support our queens in the community as well. So thank you for what you're doing, young man. And just shout out to 100% College Prep and the work that they're doing to impact our community, because young people like you get that opportunity to make change and come back and impact the community. So thank you for what you do, young brother.
And I just want to highlight the narrative, because that's why I'm on both sides of the conversation, to highlight our narrative. You said you came through 100% College Prep, a CBO, and then you got an internship through Opportunity for All through the mayor. And Ms. Wade Thompson referred you to Code Tenderloin, your Black educator, the best in Bayview. And Dr. Cheryl Davis, she did what part? She connected you somehow. So our city resources are working for our Black males. Did you hear that, John? You heard that? Okay. And everybody here go, okay. So we're going to underline it and bold it, because being Black is a burden, but we're going to make it better post-pandemic. And if you need anything, Malcolm, school supplies, books, cleaning materials, just text me. It's yours. You got me, Antonio, Sean, Kevin, DJ. You got all of us in D10. I will bring it to you. Every teacher supports a teacher. You're an educator now. But you go back to school and then you come back because you got your job forever, okay?
Man, and right there, I just want to stop so that we hear it, because Michelle said something powerful. There are resources from the city that are going to our young people, because there's a lot of people lying and saying that there's not enough. Is not. There are resources. And again, want to give a huge shout out to Dr. Cheryl Davis at the Human Rights Commission. I am so impressed with her resilience and making sure that education is a priority. I am big on education. I know there's a lot of book kits and things coming out that she's behind, and I just want to give her a shout out for her leadership and her commitment to education, because I think it's important. I want to give a shout out to Diane at 100%, to Shell, all the people that are getting behind our young people and making sure that education is a priority. And education looks a lot of ways, but just making sure that we put the emphasis on education. Everybody's not going to go to a Morgan State. Some people's going to go to vocational school. Some people's going to be entrepreneurs, but just putting the emphasis on education is very important. And that is one thing that I respect and I honor about Dr. Davis, because that is important for our community.
Right.
And we need our young brothers like you to continue to do the things that you're doing, because there's going to be some young brother out there watching you. Education is important. Thank you again. And just
Definitely.
blessed to have you here tonight, brother.
I'll see you Saturday, Malcolm.
See you Saturday. Honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
No problem.
No problem.
And I want to put the nail back on the thing. Dr. Davis, thank you so much for your library book kits. Picked up 100 of them. In those 100 boxes is 10 books per student in our community. 100% College Prep. Students like Malcolm and Ada and Erica. I got too many. I'm not even going to name them all. But y'all know who you are. You're going to be literacy coaches in Brent Hart, Malcolm X, Carver. We have a plethora of nice books. This is the one I'm reading tonight. So these kits are coming to your community June 14th and 15th. You will know how to read. You will not be in the gap when you go back to school. And Dr. Davis, I don't care how big your PhD is, your heart is way bigger than what that is. And so I love you and thank you so much for our books. And Mayor Breed, thank you for keeping us alive. The city is open, but thank you for keeping us alive in San Francisco too.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. With that being said, thank you again, Malcolm, my brother. We're going to go ahead and we're going to end tonight's show. We're going to wrap this thing up. I mean, very, very powerful show for all the community out there watching. What you saw tonight was young people excelling, doing phenomenal things. We had the young kids, the pre-K, 5 years old, all the way to a brother Malcolm graduating out of going to school in Morgan State. What a phenomenal show tonight. Shout out to my brother Rannon Ross for coming on, educating the community about his program and things that he's doing to impact the community. With solidarity, we could do a lot of things, but it starts with us. It starts with community working together. So what a phenomenal show. I am just excited just to be here, to see Nyron, to see my granddaughter here tonight, and see all these phenomenal young faces, and to hear all of the amazing things that they are doing to impact the community, coming from our community and going beyond to change the world and make things happen. Education is important. It is a fundamental thing that we have to bring back to the community to make sure that all community are getting the education they need. And I think that's just important, and it is a blessing. But I was excited tonight. So many emotions just to watch our young people right before our eyes. You guys should be just happy to know that young people are out there doing things to impact the community. And I want to thank the community for all the love, the support, the comments tonight to help uplift our community. Sometimes just those little comments could do so much to these young people to make change. So I am blessed to be here tonight. With that being said, I want to give a huge shout out to all our community partners and people that support both sides of the conversation. But before I say that, I want to thank the Both Sides of the Conversation team, these people in the background that are doing phenomenal things to impact the community. Always want to highlight and praise them, Jada, Tashelle, Asia, and just the list goes on of people behind the scenes that are doing things to bless Mary. A lot of people are trying to help support the community, uplift the community. So I want to thank them as well. But I want to give a big shout out to YCD, Black to the Future, Collective Impact. I want to give a big shout out to 100% College Prep, SF Rebels, Brown Bombers, SF Block, all of the people that are doing things to help impact the community. Shout out to Director Davis, our mayor, President Shaman. There's a lot of people doing things to help impact the community. Want to give a shout out to Us for Us, City Eats, From the Heart. My sister Maika doing things to bless the community. Like Tashelle said, there are things going on that are positively impacting our community, and we don't want to let none of that stuff go under the table because it is work out there getting done. There's a lot of things that need to change. There's a lot of things that need to be happening, and we'll get there. But there are some things, and tonight you saw some of those gems. I'm just excited, and like Raina said, even Oprah never had 5-year-olds on her show. So I'm just blessed tonight to have 2 5-year-olds come on and tell the world what they're going to do in life and show a display the level of learning and the information that they receive. So with that being said, thank everybody. This Sunday, we're going to have another Sunday conversation. I know last Sunday was a very passionate, powerful conversation. We're going to have another one of those this Sunday as we talk about fatherhood, as we talk about what that looks like. We're going to bring some of the fathers from the community in. We have some phenomenal guests that's going to come on, and we still have a few more shots. So to Elgin Rose and some of the brothers, if you want to bring some of the fathers on to talk about their experience of fatherhood, we're going to have a powerful conversation this Sunday. It is going to be phenomenal. Looking forward to the fathers coming on and giving them praise and highlighting, uplifting them. And then this Thursday, we're going to have another Educational Thursday segment. I think this is the most important segment of the year. We are going to be getting educated by Miss Tashelle and some of the young people from 100% College Prep. They are going to be educating our community about Juneteenth. What does it really mean? What was it? And really going to educate the community about what Juneteenth is. It's not all about just dancing and partying. A lot of historic things. And I'm just happy to have those young people and Mr. Shell come on to educate our community about Juneteenth. It's going to be very, very passionate, and it's going to be real. And I hope community will be able to join to really get in-depth information about Juneteenth and what it means to our community. And like I said, this Sunday, we'll have another phenomenal Sunday conversation with the fathers of the community. And then next Tuesday, we'll have another Hidden Gem segment where we continue to highlight our Black and brown businesses, and we will highlight the phenomenal community leaders and people in our community that's doing things to positively impact the community. Want to give a big shout out to my brother Maurice Rivers, OMI, Kathleen Hitz, Miss Donna, Kathy. A lot of people was tuning in tonight. Miss Lockhart, Kathleen. It was just amazing to see the community show up and bless our young people with love and praise. It takes a village. As Kathy said, it does take a village, and we got to continue to uplift the young people. So with that being said, I'm going to close my mouth. Looking forward to seeing you this Thursday. Have a blessed evening. And shout out to Dale Seymour, Cole Tenderloin, and that family over there, Elgin Rhodes. Looking forward to seeing you all soon. And then I want to give a final shout out to Miss Erica Scott and the African American Cultural Center. Phenomenal people doing things for our community to bless us, supporting us. And I just want to say thank you to them, because it takes a community, and we appreciate all the support and love. So shout out to everybody that are doing the things that impact our community. Continue to do the work. Continue to do the work. Have impact. Work in solidarity, and let's get behind those issues, and let's change our community. So with that being said, have a great evening. See you all this Thursday for another Educational Thursday presentation. Have a good night.